Michael brings in the toxicology report, revealing a shocking truth to Sharon Newman, Nick, and Mariah. Sharon's bipolar medication has been tampered with and contains PCP. This explains Sharon's recent aggressive behavior, blackouts, unexplained headaches, and increasingly severe hallucinations. The news not only leaves Sharon reeling, but also sets off a complex and dangerous chain of events. While Sharon's family is trying to come to grips with the truth, Jordan shows up at a secret motel where Ian Ward is hiding. With a stoic expression, Jordan informs them that the police have discovered that Sharon's medication has been tampered with. Despite her commitment to handling the matter, Jordan is clearly hiding something. Not only is she smart, but she's always one step ahead, leaving Ian both confused and worried about his next move. Jordan doesn't seem too concerned when she reveals that Nick insisted on testing Sharon's medication. It seems she anticipated this and had a backup plan in place. A scary theory is raised: could Jordan have been in disguise, posing as Phyllis Summers, to sabotage Sharon's drugs all along? The decades-long rivalry between Sharon and Phyllis is no secret, and using this feud to cover up her scheme could be the perfect move for Jordan. However, it's also possible that Jordan is preparing to release incriminating evidence against Phyllis, making Red the prime suspect. This not only plays on the Sharon-Phyllis rivalry, but also on Phyllis' controversial past. Given her shady past, many people might believe that Phyllis did this, even her and Nick's children. This ploy by Jordan not only takes the spotlight away from her and Ian, but also adds to the tension between Sharon and Phyllis, upsetting their already fragile relationship. Meanwhile, Phyllis is facing her own troubles. She knows that Sharon did not force her off the road, but she insists that her actions were revenge. The situation becomes more complicated when Christine, in conversation, recalls Phyllis mentioning a truck in the December 5th episode. This leads Christine to suspect that Phyllis may have mistakenly assumed that Sharon was responsible for the accident. The question is, was Phyllis really involved in sabotaging Sharon's medication, or was she just a pawn in Jordan's dangerous game? Matters get even more complicated when Phyllis' son, Daniel, is arrested for the murder of Heather Stevens. Phyllis immediately blames Sharon, despite there being no evidence connecting the two incidents. Her anger explodes, causing people to begin questioning her motives and actions. If the evidence points to her slipping PCP into Sharon's medication to cause her mental breakdown, then staging the car accident could also be part of Phyllis' plan to cover her tracks and increase the pressure on Sharon. While all eyes are on Phyllis, Jordan continues to manipulate the situation in secret. By framing Phyllis, she not only protects herself, but also creates a mess that makes it difficult for everyone to focus on finding the real culprit. But is Jordan's plan perfect? And if the truth about her role in the plot is revealed, what consequences will she face? The tension in the story is rising. Sharon is dealing with the pain of betrayal and the psychological damage caused by the tainted medication. Phyllis must fight to protect her reputation and her son from accusations. Meanwhile, Jordan and Ian are pulling strings, weaving an increasingly complex web of lies and intrigue. Who will emerge victorious in this dangerous game, and how will the truth be revealed? All will be revealed as the events unfold. Meanwhile, Phyllis is facing her own troubles. She knows that Sharon did not force her off the road, but she insists that her actions were out of revenge. Phyllis is unaware that Jordan is secretly manipulating the situation, making her the scapegoat. The situation becomes more complicated when Christine, in a conversation, recalls Phyllis mentioning a truck in the December 5th episode. This detail makes Christine suspect that Phyllis may have mistakenly thought that Sharon was responsible for the accident. Even more worrying, Phyllis begins to lose control when her son, Daniel, is arrested for the murder of Heather Stevens. Phyllis's rage was palpable, and she immediately blames Sharon, despite having no evidence connecting the two incidents. As the odds began to turn against Phyllis, she began to spiral into a cycle of doubt and fear. If evidence showed that she had laced Sharon's medication with PCP, it would ruin not only her reputation, but her relationship with her children. Subscribe to Yonder for the latest updates. Michael delivers a toxicology report, revealing a shocking truth to Sharon Newman, Nick, and Mariah. Sharon's bipolar medication has been tampered with and contains PCP. The news not only leaves Sharon reeling, but also sets off a complex and dangerous chain of events. Sharon's recent aggressive behavior, blackouts, unexplained headaches, and hallucinations all seem to have an explanation. But this is only the beginning of a series of dark secrets that are exposed. As Sharon tries to come to terms with this truth, her feelings of betrayal and deep hurt send her into a state of crisis. Nick and Mariah stand by her, determined to find out who caused this. However, Michael's intervention puts them in even more danger, as old relationships and past animosities begin to resurface. Elsewhere, Jordan shows up at a secret motel where Ian Ward is hiding. With a cold, confident look, Jordan announced that the police had discovered that Sharon's medication had been tampered with. Although she had promised to take care of the problem, Ian sensed that something was amiss. Jordan, as always, showed no emotion. Not only was she smart, but she was always one step ahead, leaving Ian both confused and worried about their next move. "Don't worry," Jordan told Ian, a smirk on her face. "I've got everything ready." Jordan didn't seem too concerned when she revealed that Nick had insisted on testing Sharon's medication. She had expected this and had a backup plan. A terrifying theory began to emerge. Had Jordan disguised herself as Phyllis Summers to sabotage Sharon's medication all along? The decades-long rivalry between Sharon and Phyllis was no secret. Jordan knew it well and may have used the feud to distract attention from himself. But there is another possibility. Jordan may be preparing to plant evidence to incriminate Phyllis, making her the prime suspect. If this happens, Jordan's plan will not only cover up his actions, but also push Sharon and Phyllis into a direct confrontation. By using Phyllis' controversial past and shady antics, Jordan could make everyone believe that Phyllis is really behind this. Even Phyllis's children and Nick could turn against her. While all eyes are on Phyllis, Jordan continues to quietly manipulate the situation. Not only does she protect herself, but she also skillfully pushes Sharon and Phyllis into a never-ending war. Ian, though worried, still has faith in Jordan's abilities. However, he does not know that even he is just a pawn in her larger plan. The cracks in the relationship are deepening. Sharon faces the pain of betrayal and the psychological damage caused by the tainted medication. Phyllis must fight to protect her reputation and her son from accusations. Meanwhile, Jordan and Ian are pulling strings behind the scenes, creating an increasingly complex web of lies and intrigue. Jordan's every move is carefully calculated, but is her plan really perfect? And if the truth about her role in the plot is revealed, what consequences will she face? The story continues to unfold with dramatic details, as the main characters are caught in a spiral of betrayal, intrigue, and dangerous secrets. Who will win this dangerous game, and how will the truth be revealed? All can only be answered as the following events unfold.